Hey everyone, this is my review of Jump Force. I have really loved the clearly normal and amazing interactions between the characters, the realism, and the... This is my review of Jump Force. Hey guys, this video would have come out sooner, but I'm still currently getting over the effects of the flu at the moment, so if my voice does sound different and you don't like it, deal with it. This is Jump Force, the newest product from Bandai Namco, the really messy and rough new product from them. Much like my mother used to say when I was conscious about my weight in high school, you have a six-pack, you just gotta dig through the ice to get to it, honey. Then she drank a six-pack and beat me for having man boobs. Good times. Yes, you have to dig through the ice, but the good stuff is there, and I'ma show ya. Let's get into it. Your favorite characters and Boruto are here to fight against the Venoms and their leaders Kane and Big Titty Bug Lady. I know she has a name, but her only defining features are her tits. But don't think it's because she's a woman. I also call Jax from Mortal Kombat Black Man Robot Arms a clearly superior name. But yes, the Jump Force, a collection of heroes from across the Jump worlds, coming together to fight against evil. You are initially a normal citizen when I assume New York is attacked, and Trunks finds you, saying the only way to save you is to make you a superhero. Goddamn socialized medicine. And so begins your adventure in the Jump Force. The story is bad, repetitive, written poorly, and dragging many of the cutscenes on and on, with many of the text bubbles popping up at a snail's pace, and the inability to skip them only exacerbates the problem. Need to interject, they did patch in that you can now skip the cutscenes. You just gotta press start or select, and now you can skip them. Just thought I'd put that in there. Not to mention the amount of these cutscenes showing nothing of importance at all. I thought at one point we were gonna have to watch Vegeta go through all the paperwork to join the group. You know, get his social security number, do all the tax forms, all while white anime Samuel Jackson fear lords over him. God, you know the ugly bastard tag on Hentai Haven? Yeah, this guy would fit right in. Also, I don't even know what a Hentai Haven is. So, yeah. I mean, what even is a lolly? FBI, open up! Bruno, hide the stash! There are so many of these cutscenes, it's almost as if they're proud of this crap. And my God, those animations, and sometimes the utter lack of animations. This publisher released the Xenoverse series. Great cutscenes, facial animations in general. How did you fuck up this bad? The lack of facial animations dooms this game's cutscenes to being lampooned deservedly online. Luffy. That's how he talks because he doesn't close his mouth. How do you call conscious? You can't call conscious when you don't close up. What are you saying? Oh shit, they're escaping! Oh my God, please don't slowly saunter away. There will be no way to catch you. Well, they're gone. No way we could have got them. Nope. Not a chance. We would have never caught them. Nope. No way. Could you back up a step? Thanks. Seriously, it's laughable and suffering to get through most of these cutscenes, and add on to the fact that most of the story missions are terribly designed. Because most of the AI in the game play exactly the same way, and they can't actually make them play better, intelligently, they instead make it to where they can almost one-shot you and have a dickload of health. And that's including the final boss of the game. Look it up on YouTube or play through the entire story and just guess how many times they were dropped on their head as a baby. Guess how few brain cells the person that had to have designed this had to have had in their brain. It is that bad. But either way, I'm done shitting on a story that is absolutely dreadful, and I want to get to the best part of this product, the gameplay. Flashy, technical, strategic, just a few words I would use to describe the fighting in this game. Whatever I said about the cutscenes does not apply to the abilities, truly representing the characters brilliantly, showing where the bulk of the work went into. And though I shit on the devs, I believe this game suffered from the crunch, aka a hard deadline set by the publisher. There is no way you can convince me that the people who made this we're happy with this. Now I can report happily that the majority of the fights online have been smooth except for a few matches disconnecting. The netcode has performed amazing for me as of recording. The gameplay is simple enough to string together combos, moving from abilities to basic attacks and back, but the unique abilities each character has makes learning and practicing still a necessity, as well as mixing together support and J skills, giving different bonuses, and from each character's support skills, upgrading and choosing different ability boosts, adding a bigger emphasis on the background stats as well as the fighting skill. And thankfully I haven't run into any overly buffed or OP builds. Yet.
But sadly, there ain't enough vagina. What? I know. I agree with my white knight brother over at GameSpot that there ain't enough vagina in a shonen game. A shonen game. If you don't get it, look up shonen in a fucking dictionary and you'll find out why this statement is stupid. I don't know, bro. It just seems real problematic, bro. If women don't see other vagina having peoples kicking Goku in the dick, then how are they gonna know? They don't just have to be the secretary to a car salesman. They can be the secretary to a CEO.
If I offended you, I want you to know, from the bottom of my heart, sincerely, I don't give a shit.
Look, I would love to have a rubrica.
That bitch. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't love My Hero Academia, and we need more characters from that series, especially and the other guy, the Flame Man. I really don't sound like a fan now, do I? I love those characters, but I'm not gonna get my female penis in a bunch about too many dicks being in the game. The company knows their audience. It's a shonen game. They know exactly who they're marketing to, and they're going to put more men in there because more men are going to buy this game. And it's not like they're not going to add them at some point. Anyways, enough of that, let's get back into the gameplay. Anyway, another mechanic in the game that I really like is the counters. They add a depth to the game that can lead to more quick and intense online fights, but I will be damned if I cannot figure out when the hell I'm exactly supposed to hit the buttons. You get two versions of these counters, dodge and strike counters, both depending on the timing, which I still cannot perform except accidentally by just mashing the X button repeatedly. When being hit, for me, I would want it to be a bit loosened up, as it seems to be on a bit too exact a frame of the hit to perform. That's just me though. And with 40 characters and more coming as well, adding in new characters made by Akira Toriyama, the big titty bug lady, and Kane and one other character at the end, the villains, hopefully we will be able to play as them and bring the playable characters to 43 if they are added to the usable roster. Jump Force puts a lot of the focus into the background elements and stats based of the online and AI battles. Now I can't say it's perfect, but it's some of the most fun I've ever gotten out of a fighting game before. So thankfully, the main thrust of the game is pretty good in my opinion. So let's throw out that ice chest analogy we had at the start of the video and say this. Mia Khalifa is down in a hole with her legs wide open screaming, "Pound me, daddy!" But to get to her, you gotta crawl through a mile of barbed wire, let the entire US women's soccer team kick you in the dick, and sit through an entire Donald Trump-led lecture on how the wall will work, and sleep with me for one night. We're not fucking, by the way, I'm just lonely. So, yeah, then you fuck Mia Khalifa. Now don't get me wrong, this is a pretty good fighting game, but there is major polish and finishing touches that need to be done to this game, and I'm not just talking about the story. I had this game crash
10 times on me as I was playing through it in about a week, and I don't think it was due to developer incompetence. I think it was more so due to the publisher crunch that goes on in this industry. The developers were likely told to get this game out as quickly as possible by the publisher to make sure they maximize their profits, and it shows in a ton of areas. Simply walking around in the hub area, you'll see some of the worst walking animations I'll ever see, and the absolute polish of the game. Technically saying this game crashed on me 10 times. But thankfully it hasn't shown up so much in the combat and the game mechanics, showing where their focus was to make sure to get that right, and hopefully the rough edges would just kind of fade out of everyone's memory after playing really good fighting mechanic. But as someone who pays $60, I expect a polished, professional product, and this is not that. And here I give Jump Force a 6 out of 10, and it's actually lower than a lot of other review scores out there, but 6 out of 10 is still above average on my scale. It's not worth $60 in my opinion. It's unfinished. Don't buy it just yet. Wait for it to come off a sale. $40 maybe, $30 I think would be a better price for this game right now. Wait for it to come off a sale, then you'll get a steal of a fighting game on your hands. And of course, be sure to like, share the video with your friends, and subscribe. We may be tiny now, but I think we're going places, and you will regret not having been here sooner. Be sure to also follow me at twitter.com/10wisereviews, as I'm posting updates there constantly as to when new videos are coming out. Thank you all so much for watching.